Good afternoon, everyone, and Happy New Year. What a beautiful night compared to last year, huh? How cold it was. My name is Bruce Roulard, and I'm on the planning committee for Year Gorham. And it is my pleasure to introduce Dana Perkins, who is going to give a great show tonight. Dana, this is Dana's 5th year with Year Gorham. We're very happy to have you back. And like all of our performances, they would not be made possible without our generous sponsors. So for this evening's performance of Dana Perkins and Friends, I would like to recognize the Gorham Times and Custom Coach. So please enjoy the show and Happy New Year.
Thank you. For those of you who just joined us, my name's Dana Perkins. Came up all the way up from Saco, take the back roads. We used to live in Gorham, and I grew up in Gorham as a boy. So it's always a pleasure to come back to what I consider to be my hometown. And we also have a place in Agunquit right near Perkins Cove, which I just found out a few years ago I'm a descendant of the settlers of Perkins Cove. So I'm about as Maine as you can get. Anyway, I've been doing magic shows for a very long time, and I really love looking at all the different kinds of exotic animals. And of course, going back in the history of magic, pulling a rabbit out of a top hat is about as classic as you can get. And I knew at the first show we'd have some younger children, so I brought kind of a special top hat for them. And usually the way the trick works, the magician takes off his top hat, shows it empty, and then he reaches in and pulls out a rabbit. I wonder where the rabbit. You see the rabbit? Snake looking a little fatter, is it? Well, anyway, if you see the rabbit running around, you be sure and let me know, because I don't know where the rabbit went. And I really wish I knew where the rabbit was, but you know, they just run off and they whoa, there he is. All right, well, anyway, but I have some other animal friends too, and let me get on my first one. His name is Danny. Oh, you see that? Kid just exploded. How big was that cookie he ate? All right. My goodness, all right. And my first puppet, oh, there goes another one. That must have been one of the brownies. All right. And let me get on my first puppet friend. He's a dragon. His name is Danny the Dragon. Come on, Danny, come on out. I don't want to. What? I don't want to. What do you mean you don't want to? I'm scared. Danny the Dragon, you're scared? Yes. What are you scared of? Children. You're scared of children? Yeah. Usually children are scared of dragons. It's not the usual, it's not the other way around, not usually. Will you hold me? Will I hold you? Yeah. Okay, Danny, let me put down the microphone so I can take you out. I'll hold you so you don't need to be scared, okay? Thank you. Okay, all right. Let me put this back up here. A dragon that's afraid of children. I don't believe it. Here we go, Danny. You'll be all right. There we go. There we go. There. Okay, now, excuse me, Danny. What? We've already started the show. You need to come out here, okay? I don't want to. Why don't you want to? I'm still scared. Why? You're still scared? They're not going to hurt you, okay? We get a nice safe distance. I got a hold of you. I guess I have to. Why do you think you have to? Because it stinks under there. Would you stop it? Listen, what we're going to do here, look at everybody that's here. Yeah, we got a good crowd here tonight. Look at them, huh? Look at the character on those faces, huh? Look at the faces on those characters. Come on. Now look at a group like this. It's like looking at a beautiful flower garden. Oh yeah? Well, I see a few weeds here and there. Come on. Danny, I want you to be in your best behavior. What's the matter? Are you sick? Oh, I think just a little. Oh no, you didn't have your flu shot? No, come on, that's terrible. A dragon with a cough? Oh man, did you take anything for it? Did I take anything for it? Yeah, did you take, like medicine or something? Yeah. Well, what did you take for it? Updog. Updog? Yeah, I never heard of Updog. What's Updog? I don't know. What's up with you? Listen, never mind, okay? We need to move along to the rest of the show. I've got another puppet friend to bring out, some tricks here. So what you need to do is you need to say goodbye to everybody. Okay, do svidaniya. What's that? Goodbye. In what language? Russian. Russian? Yeah. You speak Russian? Yeah. We have a problem here. What? I've got a dragon that speaks Russian, so, well, I don't speak Russian, you know? No. In that case, neither do I. Just say goodbye in a language everybody here can understand, all right? Arsenic and cyanide. Those are two dangerous poisons. Why would you say arsenic and cyanide? That's goodbye in every language. Say goodbye, Danny. So long. I remember the first time I got started doing magic tricks, I went to the library. I saw a magic show when I was a little boy in grade school. I think I was in 3rd grade, and then some puppeteers later on in the year. They did marionettes, kind of like the group that's here performing elsewhere in the building, doing a couple of shows. So they got me interested in tricks and puppets, so that's why I started going to the library to learn how to do them. And I remember the first trick I learned how to do, simple things with rope. So I found out that you don't need big fancy props to do a magic show, though it's nice. But you can do tricks with things as simple as this. Does anybody here know what this is? Okay, a rope. Okay, rope or rope, depending upon how old you are. Okay, if you've never seen a piece of rope before, it's two ends that have been tied together. Halfway down, this is called the middle, and you'll notice there are no mirrors, trapdoors, or hidden assistance anywhere in the piece of rope. Also, when I do this trick, not once will my hands leave the ends of my arms. Everybody knows what to do with a piece of rope. We're going to tie a simple overhand knot. What that allows the magician to do is take the ends off the piece of rope and put them into his pocket, which now leaves the magician with a piece of rope that has no ends on it. Now, it's a little hard to do anything with a piece of rope with no ends on it, so I'm going to take the ends, we'll put them back on like this. There. Thank you. Before I go any further, let me remind you this is a live show. Okay? It's okay to clap your hands if you like a trick. It's okay to laugh at the jokes. You cannot fast forward over the boring parts. Okay. Here we go. We're going to tie the knot back in there. We're going to make it a double knot now that's kind of like two overhand knots, one on top of the other. That gives me a loop or circle of rope, which I will now slide through my left hand, which lets me put the ends at the bottom, the middle at the top, so I can cut the middle of the rope using I'll just use these. I just had them sharpened this morning. There we go. Yeah, one of you liked it. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. And so anyway, what that does is that gives me, if you take a piece of rope and you cut it near the middle, how many pieces does that leave you with? 2. It's not a trick question, okay? And you know if a magician takes a piece of rope and he cuts it into 2 pieces, it's not going to be long before he's going to take the 2 pieces and put them back together again like that. Now, if you want to try this when you get home, get a piece of rope, string, ribbon, doesn't make any difference, an old shoelace, but you have to check it carefully because sometimes they put the ends on wrong at the factory. They put the ends on backwards, and if that's the case, if you're a piece of rope, string, or shoelace, what you need to do before you do the trick is move the ends to the other ends like that. There. I've got another piece in my pocket. It's a little bit shorter, not quite as long. A little bit too long. Let me just pull a piece off. There. That gives me 3 pieces of rope that are all the same length. You can tell they're the same length because the ends are even. Wait a minute, those ends have to be even too. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take the 3 pieces of rope, we're going to fold them in half, that way all 6 ends are even. So now they're the same length. We appear to have some skeptics here in the audience. Okay, you sure you're paying attention? Okay. There's one. Boy, did it get quiet in here all of a sudden. There's one, there's two, and there's three. Okay. Don't sit there with your mouth open, a fly will go in. All right, here we go. We're going to tie these three pieces of rope together. They're all about the same length. By tying them together, that gives me fewer ends to do any funny business with. Okay. Now we're going to coil them up. We'll tuck the ends neatly away. I wave my hand. I say the magic word, fuzzy pickles. You know what happens when you say fuzzy pickles? Gives me a short piece, a long piece, and a medium-sized piece right back the way we started while they were tied together. Yeah? Well, let me untie these. There's one more thing I want to do. There. What I'm going to do is coil up the pieces of rope. One time somebody asked me how I got to be so good at the rope tricks, and the answer is I used to be in the Boy Scouts here in Gorham. My dad was a scoutmaster. And one thing my dad, the scoutmaster, insisted every Boy Scout know how to do was take a piece of rope and tie knots in it really, really fast. Okay. So then later on, as I got older and I got into high school over here at Gorham High School, I was starting to get bigger magic tricks and helping out with a lot of different things over there. Back then, I don't know if they still do them, we had foreign exchange students, families would sponsor. Our family sponsored one of them. And they had a fair, the high school would put on, AFS fair, and I'd do little magic shows for that. And I do tricks kind of like this one. And I just thought of something. Our wedding anniversary's coming up. My wife and I have been married 42 years. Yeah. That was a trick. Yeah. She'd tell you it was more like a miracle. Yeah. And I just thought of that. All she wanted was a scarf, you know, for spring after winter's over. And I thought of that, but she let me borrow some of her cotton balls. I know to the children they look like marshmallows, but they're not. They're cotton balls. She uses them to put her makeup on and take it off with, make herself look more beautiful. And so when I saw the cotton balls, I'm, oh yeah, you know, she just wanted a scarf, and I didn't even get a chance to get her a scarf. So instead of doing the trick I was going to do, let me just take a minute out of the show. We'll make a scarf for my wife using this canister, except I don't know how many cotton balls it takes to make a scarf. If I don't put in enough, the scarf will be too small. If I put in too many, the scarf will be too big. If I drop it on the floor, I may end up with a scarf with a hole in it. So tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put them all in here. And we don't need that anymore. Set that over there. Put the cover back on. Some tricks work better in the dark. I wave my hand and I say the magic word, fuzzy pickles. And you know what happens when you say fuzzy pickles to cotton balls? Nothing. Because fuzzy pickles is apparently not a very good magic word. Okay. Anybody here know any magic words? Just shout them out. Abracadabra, alakazam. Okay. While I have the attention of the children, let me point out, magic words don't work for children. Okay. Only for magicians. So tell you what, because we have the attention of the children, the only words that are really going to help you, what I was told were the real magic words are please and thank you. Yeah. Those will help you more than abracadabra, hocus pocus, or fuzzy pickles. Last time I said fuzzy pickles at home, my wife had me clean the refrigerator, so that didn't work out very good, okay? Please and thank you. If you really want to shock your parents, kids, start saying yes sir and no sir and yes ma'am and no ma'am, and they won't know what to do, okay? All right, those words don't work every time, but they work more often than they don't. We're going to cover up the cotton balls. Wave my hand, which gives my left hand something to do while my right hand holds the microphone. And I wish these would please turn into a scarf, or else I don't have a trick. Or Anything to give my wife for her anniversary? Oh, here we go. A nice, beautiful scarf to give to my wife. Green and blue and purple. Oh, my goodness. Ah, there's another one. This one might be better. That other one she'd have to wrap around herself and use it like a dress. Here's a nice, beautiful scarf to give my wife. There we go. She'll love wearing this. All right. Okay, maybe I better wear this one. All right, and I better pick up some cotton balls on the way home. Okay, what I like to do is have a helper help with the trick. If you want to help with the trick, raise your hand. If you don't want to help, don't raise your hand. Some people get terrible stage fright. We don't want to do that. Girl right here in the middle with the kind of greenish turquoise. Look out for the cameraman. Yeah, here we go. Stand right here, right on top of the trap door, right underneath the bucket of water. I'm just kidding. What's your name?
Allie.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
Can I call you Fred instead? What difference does it make?
No.
No, okay. What's your name again?
Allie.
Good, she remembers. More importantly, I remembered. Okay. How many children do you have? Do you have any kids?
No.
What do you do for work?
I go to school.
Go to school. I don't have a job either. That's why I'm here tonight. Yeah, all right. Okay. I'm sorry. How old are you?
9.
Oh, 9. I feel so stupid. I'm asking her if she's got children, if she has a job. Wow, when I was your age, I was only 7. All right. Anyway, what we're going to do here, I'd love to have everybody down here close up to see the trick, but then I wouldn't have an audience, so she's representing the audience here today. This trick is about 2,000 years old, called the Chinese linking rings. I am not 2,000 years old. But the trick has been around for a very long time, and so I'm going to do it here tonight. In fact, if you've already seen this trick by another magician, just close your eyes and I'll tell you when it's done. Okay? It's going to be fair. Let me count them here. What it is, it's done with metal rings. The Chinese originally used bamboo or wooden hoops. Nowadays, magicians use metal, either steel or aluminum. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and take a look at this one. Look for any mirrors, trapdoors, or hidden assistants. Any secret openings, any holes of any kind. While you're examining that one, I'll be passing out these other rings into the audience. I only have 2 rules. Number 1, you can pull and tug on them all you want, but don't go swinging them around. We don't want to hurt anybody sitting around us. And the other rule is, when I ask to have the rings back, please hand them right back so we can keep going with the show. Okay? She's got one. Go ahead, look at it. Let's pass them out over here. Take a look at that one. Okay. While they're examining the rings, let me show you what you do with them. Okay, I'm going to take these next 2 rings. By the way, as the rings are examined, I'll go from my left arm to my right arm. I'm going to take these next 2 rings, you rub them together, you blow on them, and you put them together like that. Okay, I'm going to need someone to take them apart. I'd like to take them apart. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and take them apart. Now, did you find an opening anywhere in that ring? Did you find an opening anywhere in the ring? No? Okay, let me show you. There's a big one right here in the middle. Okay? Put your head right through it. Okay. It's going to be easier than I thought. Okay, how you doing with the other ring? Okay, let me take that one back. Okay, thank you. Take that one. Here we go. I'm going to take these 2 rings. Okay, how you doing with those 2? Still together? Okay. Okay, 2 rings that have been examined. We're going to rub them together. Okay, blow on them. Put them together like that. Now, maybe you're not close enough. So I'm going to stand behind you. I'm going to hold them right in front of your face and take them apart. You ready? Okay, look straight ahead. You ready? Here we go. Rub them together. There. Is that close enough? Okay. How you doing with those two? Nothing. All right. These two have been examined. We'll put them on my right arm. And we'll take the next three. Go ahead and take the last one. And I'm going to take a 1, 2, 3. This is a little bit more difficult. Mid-air. 1, 2, 2.5. Boom. How you doing? Okay. Solid ring. Okay, all the rings have either been examined or they're being examined right now. Okay, so we're going to take this one. This one doesn't always work. Let me try it. There we go. We're going to let you blow them on it this time. Blow on them. There we go. All right. Don't tell anybody how you did that. Okay. And let me have the two rings back. Just run them up here. There we go. We can get them apart. Okay, thank you. Here we go. This is where it starts to get interesting. 1, 2, 3. There. Blow on them. There we go. Okay. Here. Let me take those three back. No luck? All right, pick them apart and put them back together, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, kind of warm today. I kind of wanted to stay home on my porch swing. Yeah. My wife was out doing a little preparatory work in the garden, watching the flowers so they'll bloom later. Okay, here's the square made out of circles. There we go. Okay, let me have this one. Give me a little room here. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is starting to get heavy. Whoa. 1, 2, 3. There we go. The Chinese Lincoln rings. There. There. I may have to wear these home. There we go. Now don't go away. I want to give you a little souvenir from the show. Would you like to take home a live bunny rabbit as a souvenir of the show? Do you know why I asked that? Because I like to see the look of shock and horror on all the parents' faces. Have you ever been in trouble? Yeah? So have I. Has anybody here been in trouble before? Okay, you want to know how to stay out of trouble. Kids, if you're not sure if it's okay to do something, get permission from your parents first. And if your parents aren't around and you're afraid you're about to get caught, that means do not do what you are about to do. And I did not get permission to give away live rabbits to anyone, and I don't like to get in trouble at my age. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a rabbit as a souvenir, but it's going to be a newspaper rabbit, and I know they're not as fun as a furry bunny rabbit, but they pack flat for traveling to the other events here at New Year's. Okay? You don't have to feed them, and you don't have to clean up after them with a snow shovel. And to save time, because I got one more puppet friend, I'm going to use these. Most magicians who cut the newspaper with skizzers, I pronounce it skizzers because that's how the word is spelled, and I don't know how to say scissors. I'm going to use these. These are trizzers. Okay. To save even more time, I'm only going to cut a half a rabbit. Half a rabbit's better than none. We're almost done, believe it or not, with a half a newspaper rabbit. By the way, they work very hard at keeping the gym clean. Make sure when you leave, you don't leave any little scraps of paper or trash laying around, because then they have to clean up the mess from thoughtless people who leave little pieces of paper laying around. Here we go. We're almost done with a half a rabbit. By the way, do you have any brothers or sisters? Wow. So one rabbit, you'll be able to share it without any problem, right? Wow, you got real bunny rabbits. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. We'll give you a newspaper rabbit, but you said you got other family members, so how about two rabbits? Listen, if you have 2 rabbits, it's not long before you have more rabbits. Okay? And because you did such a good job, we're going to give you the whole family of rabbits. How's that? Okay? And who knows how many you'll have by the end of the month. All right. Thank you very much. Go ahead and take a seat. Yeah. I got one more puppet friend to bring out for a few minutes. And again, these ladies will be back with their animals. Incredible program. You'll learn a lot. And I heard a rumor that maybe they get to pet the animals and see them. I just heard that as a rumor. Okay, so that may happen. I don't want to put them on the spot. Let me get out my last puppet friend. Her name is Daisy May. She's kind of shy and bashful, but we'll see if we can get her to say anything. Okay. Yeah, looky, looky, looky! Yeah! I told you she's bashful and shy. Look at all these good-looking guys. Daisy, good to have you with us here today. Yeah. Good to have you with us. Thank you. Yeah. Look at them all here. Yeah, isn't this great? Good turnout here. And, Daisy, I need to kind of talk to you about something. It's good having you with us. Yeah. And wait a second, I thought you already had a boyfriend. Why are you looking at the guys? Yeah, I know. You gave your boyfriend kind of a silly nickname. What do you call him? Candy Bar. Candy Bar? Why do you call your boyfriend Candy Bar? Because he's half sweet and he's half nuts. Yeah. Right. Anyway, I need to talk to you about something kind of serious. Like your schoolwork. Again, this used to be a junior high school. I used to go to school here and then over to Gorham. Yeah. And I'm kind of worried about your last report card. Why? Daisy, you went down in every single subject. I did not go down in social studies. I must have missed that. Why did you go down in social studies? I didn't take social studies. No. In the classes you did take, don't you like going to school? I like going, I just don't like staying. You better get used to it. You have to go for the rest of the year. Why, do I have a season ticket? No, you have to go because it's the law, and you need to remember the teacher's there to help you become what you want to be. Really? Yes. Okay, now all we got to do is find, don't you like your teacher? She is a saint. Well, calling her teacher a saint with a beautiful picture of Saint Bernard. No, come on. Remember, she's there to help you become what you want to be. If we can find one subject you happen to enjoy, then maybe the rest will fall into place. Like what? Well, how about spelling? Boring. You got to be able to spell no matter what you want to be able to do. Really? Yes. Even as a magician, I need to write letters to get shows. Yeah, I guess. Now, can I give you a little quiz on spelling? Sure. Now, you're obviously a farm girl. I know. So we're going to have you spell a word for the audience. Is it difficult? No, we don't want to embarrass you. You're a farm girl. How about the word farm? Can you spell the word farm? I can do that. Okay, Daisy's going to spell the word farm. E-I-E-I-O. It's not how you spell the word farm. That's how the song goes. Let's try something else. Like arithmetic. Boring. Come on. If you learn arithmetic, maybe you could work for a business. Own your own business, okay? Make a lot of money. Lose a nice shirt. No. We'll give you a simple math problem. You follow along. We'll see if you can come up with the correct answer. All right? Let's say I get up tomorrow morning and I lay 3 eggs on the kitchen table. All right? Let's say the next morning I lay 4 eggs on the kitchen table. I'm listening. And let's say the last day I lay 5 eggs on the kitchen table. Gotcha. Okay. How many eggs have I laid on the kitchen table? Dana, what? I think we'd like to see you lay even 1 egg on a table. When I said lay, never mind. Listen, what did you like? What did I like in school? Sure, I liked science class. Why? Well, because magic tricks are based on scientific principles, okay? So, let's try, you're taking biology. Yeah, that's plants and animals, sure thing. What's your science class doing this year? Dana, we are growing 3-legged chickens. 3-legged chickens, yeah. Anything else special about them? They can run 98 miles an hour. It's pretty incredible. Three-legged chickens that run 98 miles an hour. Why is your class growing chickens with 3 legs? Well, we have a chicken dinner. Yeah. You like the leg? I like the leg. Your wife likes the leg? Yeah. Oh, I get it. So we can buy 1 chicken for dinner. We can each have a leg. That's right. Well, how do the 3-legged chickens taste? I don't know. No one can catch them. Yeah. Never mind, Daisy. Listen, we need to head on out. We'll be across the hall for our second show. It'll be an entirely different show, and with different puppet friends and magic tricks and things. These ladies will be coming back with their animal friends to show you too, so take your pick between the shows, and hope you have a very happy new year. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.